brushed over the meat. Cook the steak in the oil.
That's a very big knife.
Some bacon, grated cheese. I've forgotten the English word for it. More brown. The schmand.
I mean, she's thick AF.
I mean, it's just zucchini. Quick, let's go. Hi and welcome back to the channel. You're with myself, Aaron. Carl is unfortunately away this week, having a wonderful time in Gran Canaria with his boyfriend. So I am here alone in my kitchen. This week on Cooking Without Looking, I thought we would try something a little bit different. Instead of a regular cooking challenge that we normally do, I'm going to try making a recipe from Sorted Food, an online cooking show, nothing at all like mine. It has a group of friends who like to make food and eat it together. One of their chefs, Ben, made a really delicious looking falafel recipe a few days ago. So I am going to try to make that for myself. This is a fairly traditional falafel recipe. It's made with some dried chickpeas, which I have already let sit in water overnight. I've got some fresh coriander, some parsley, gram flour, which I looked at the internet and it said gram flour is made of chickpeas that have been ground into flour. So I've done that myself with my food processor. And we have some sesame seeds here as well. There was a hot sauce that the recipe asked for, which I am going to mispronounce, Zatar, I think it's said. But I didn't have any of that, and so I've got a little bit of regular hot sauce. There is also some garlic and some onion. Basically, it's fairly straightforward. Just chop everything into small enough pieces so that they fit into my trusty food processor, and away they go. That's basically it. It should be fairly simple. So let's get to it. I'm going to start with putting stuff into the food processor. Start with the chickpeas. About 250 grams of chickpeas, and then I need a bunch of parsley. So the food processor is going to do most of the work, so I'm just going to tear that up a little bit and throw it in. I'm not sure what a bunch is. What is an English bunch of parsley? Is that the whole container that I got from the shop? Maybe. Let's just put it all in. More the merrier, can't hurt. Okay, we want a tablespoon of sesame seeds. Hope you don't have an allergy. 1.5 tablespoons of gram flour. Bit of salt. Tiny bit of hot sauce. Okay, we'll just break the coriander up. I love coriander. Let's throw that in as well. Okay, and then it's over to the food processor to whiz it all together. Okay, so we have everything now in the food processor. We do wonders for the sound design of this video, and turn it on and get everything whizzed up. Everything down. You can see it's still a bit chunky on the top. And we want to get it all into a very fine paste. Still a little bit too chunky. Falafel is finished. Okay, and we're just gonna scoop the mix into this bowl. Take the falafel and roll it into golf ball size balls. Should have another drink because cheers. Before we get started, we need to make sure that we give the oil a chance to get super hot, because you can't cook anything in cold oil. That would be ridiculous. You know, you can throw bread in there, or you can throw something else in there, a little bit of the falafel mix if you want to see if it's hot. But yeah, you'll see, it'll start to smoke and get really warm, and then maybe even bubble a little bit, and then you know it's hot. There's a lot of oil in there, so it's going to take a really long time. You might even need to get yourself another drink. Who knows? Who? Because I'm not completely insane, I am going to actually use a little spoon. Drop the falafels into the into the hot oil. It's oil, kids. Be careful. This is dangerous stuff. You know, when I was a child, like a physical child, not just a mental child, but when I was a physical child, there used to be a TV ad about being like safe in the kitchen or something, or having fire alarms. I'm not really sure what the ad was for. It started off with a lady who was boiling hot oil to make chips. And she put the chips on, and then the phone rings, and she goes and answers the phone. And you know, back in those days, it was a phone that was on a cable, but it was a very long cable. So she wanders off somewhere around the house, chatting with her friend, and then she smells something. She sees smoke, and she goes, "Oh my God, the chips!" Anyway, her house burned down in the ad, so she should have had fire alarms, I guess. So we're just going to leave them there for so long. The recipe, I'm sure, says, but my screensaver's gone on, so I can't see what it says now. So we're really cooking without looking again because we don't have a recipe, just making it up to go along. But, you know, let's assume while you cook them until they're cooked. When you think, oh, I'll eat something healthy that's not meat-based, I'll have this beautiful deep-fried falafel. All right, those are finished. There we have them. So we now have the falafel balls beautifully cooked. Now the Sorted guys went a little bit extra. If you've ever watched Sorted, you'll know that's not surprising. And of course they made homemade baba ganoush, which I was too lazy to do. So of course they made baba ganoush from scratch, which I'm not going to do, and I didn't find any in my shop, which is a genuine tragedy. Because it is a really delicious dip. If you haven't tried it, you don't know what you're missing. I'm just gonna have some with what I have in the fridge, which is some yogurt or maybe some tzatziki, if though tzatziki is more Greek than... but you know what? Do whatever you like. You can have your falafel with whatever you want. I have it often on a wrap with some salad and mustard and sweet chili sauce. It's beautiful. There you have it. It's time to test these babies and see if they're any good. Oh my God, it's so crunchy. That is delicious. Crunchy on the outside. It's soft but super hot in the middle. That is delicious. Great job, Sorted. Excellent recipe. If you'd like to try this out for yourself, I highly recommend you go to the Sorted video and have a look at it there. They have a link to the recipe. I will link that video in the description, doobly-doo, at the bottom of this page. If you liked this video, then please click the little button, like, comment, and subscribe to see a new video every week. Something like this, or our regular food challenges where I try to cook something without looking at the recipe at all. For now, I'll see you later. Bye.